Hello everyone, welcome to GametechUK, and this video, which is a quick look around Snooker 19. So if you're thinking about buying Snooker 19, this video is going to be perfect for you. I'm going to take you around the game, just show you what it includes and how to actually take a few shots and the differences on how to control the cue and the cue ball. So feel free to subscribe, leave me a little cheeky like. You want to catch me live and maybe take me on Snooker 19. We're playing quite a lot of this. It's perfect for me and the way that I like to stream. Catch me over on Twitch. Link to that is the first line of the description. But yeah, let's get on with today's video. So I'm playing on the PlayStation 4 Pro version, and I was recently at EGX Res, where I met up with the developers and had a few games of snooker with them. They had the PC version there, but they was actually playing it on an Xbox controller, and it worked absolutely perfect and pretty much exactly the same setup as the PlayStation 4 controller. So if you're playing it on the console, it'll be the same as what I'll show you here. If you're playing it on PC, in my personal opinion would be a controller would work really well, but of course you can play it on keyboard and mouse. So the first screen is Play Now. Now this is where you're going to have your three main modes. The main mode is Quick Match. Now in there you can do your single player or you can do your couch multiplayer, and you can set up whether you want the CPU, the difficulty level, I'll show you all that in a second, and what control scheme you're going to be using, as in amateur all the way to pro. Online versus, that's where you're going to test your snooker skills in unranked, so that's your friendly unranked, just to go in there and have a few matches. They do tournaments, and I think that's going to mirror what's happening in the 2019 snooker scene, but there you're going to go for all your ranked online multiplayer at different venues as well. So you can see here 26th of March to 15th of April we're going to be at China. So that's how the three main game modes are going to work on the first screen. Now this is definitely the sort of game where you're going to want to track your stats and keep an eye on all your trophies as you build your career in Snooker 19. So we have got a trophy room, a trophy cabinet, and in there you've got your career, your single player trophies, and also you've got online trophies. So as you collect them, they'll all be displayed here. I have a feeling that online trophies are going to be very hard to come by. You've also got a quick match record, career. I've only just messed around with it because this is a pre-release copy. Thank you to developers for sending it to me. So there's no online unlocked at the moment, and I've just been looking through the game, so this will give you an idea of what sort of stats you'll get in the single player. So matches played, matches won, your win percentage. I've just been messing around, getting used to the controls at the moment, and you've got an online versus record and obviously your online tournament record. So that is your record and trophy cabinet. In terms of setting up your career, you've got two options. You can go Rising Star or you can go Pro Season. I'm not really sure what the difference is other than obviously the big names. I don't know whether the Rising Star opponents are going to be easier, and maybe that's the best place to start. But I'm going to set up the career here for the Pro Season. So it starts off as number 1, but if you want to go down and pick your favourite player, I like Jimmy White for example, so let's find out. I think he's 40 something, might be 50 something, 74, that's surprising, but he's done absolutely fantastic in the past, one of my favourite players. So we're going to pick Jimmy White. And this is the difficulty for the single player career, so just medium, and then there you can set your aiming aid. I don't know whether this can be changed halfway through, I'm guessing not. And a match length, we can go medium, long or short. So this is your career screen. This is where you're going to go. You can check your player, you can look at the schedule and find out what's next. You can look at your current rankings as well, the Hall of Fame, and like we showed you earlier, the trophy cabinet. So with My Pro, we can customize as well. So we can make Jimmy White look a little bit different. So let's set up for a frame of snooker. So if we go Play Now, we go straight into Quick Match. There you can go, the top window is game mode. So the first one is snooker, traditional game of snooker. The second is 6 reds, so a few amount of reds, quicker game. And shootout is a timed mode, and I think that's a 10-minute match with timed shots in between. So if you want to increase the action, speed it all up, that's the one to go for. We're going to go to a traditional game of snooker. Then you come down to match lengths. You can have anything from 1 frame to 35 frames of snooker. So if you want to set yourself up a marathon, 35 frames, there you go. We're just going to have 1 frame. In terms of arenas, you've got the whole 2019. I'm just going to flick through them really fast. There's so many venues, and when I spoke to the developers at EGX, they said every single one, all the dimensions, everything's correct. They've had access to everything. They've had access to all the players, all the venues, all the commentators, all the referees. This is a proper licensed game. So yeah, we've just got loads of them. So we're going to go to the Barbican. Then we come on to player settings. Now this is where you're going to deal with who you're playing and whether you're playing against the computer or a couch multiplayer in this particular screen. You can be anyone from 128 players. So you've got Ronnie O'Sullivan at rank 1, or we've got Stephen Hallworth at ranked 128. So we can play any of them. I'll be Ronnie O'Sullivan. The aiming modes is how easy the game helps you basically with aiming pointers on the screen all the way up to no pointers at all, which is really, really hard. I'm just going to go to Pro, and obviously I'm the human player. Player 2 section, we can deal whether we're going to be CPU or whether we're going to be doing against another human, but we're going to be doing CPU. Difficulty, you get the 60 plus, 21 to 60 or 1 to 20. So I'm a 1 to 20 player, being Ronnie O'Sullivan, not me as a player. I've only just got this, so just hang on. But we're going to take on an easy player, and we're going to just flick through them. Let's take him on, Ken Doherty. So in this particular match, I'm going to be Ronnie O'Sullivan. My aiming aid is going to be on Pro. I'm going to be taking on Ken Doherty, who's the CPU, the actual computer, and he's quite an easy player. So yeah, let's see how we get on.
Welcome back to Alexandra Palace, where it's now time for an exhibition.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The first frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Really, really nice presentation, and you can see straight away if you haven't been following Snooker 19, you can see how they've just captured that TV commentary look. You know, the TV at camera angle. It's fantastic. Right, so the first thing to do in this particular instance, as we're just starting, left analog is to move your cue ball around. So we're going to be quite happy with it there. So you press X and it moves on to the next section. Now you can use the left analog, which moves the cue around quite quickly, and if you hold R2 and do the left analog, it moves quite slowly. So that's for fine tuning basically. You can, over on the right hand side of the screen, you can do the same with the cue ball as well. So you can deal with screw back, follow on, left and right side, and we can also deal with the angle of the cue as well. Once you're happy with the third person, you can press X again to go to first person, and if you want to go back, you just press circle until you're happy basically. You can press X to move you on at any stage and press circle to bring you back. So I think we're going to be quite happy with that. I'm only going to hit off there and come up the top. Okay. So the next thing to do now is to, on your right analog, up and down on the left hand side of the screen, is to deal with your speed. So I'm probably going to do about 55% there. Press X. Now the way you take your shot is to hold the right analog back and release it within that marker there, the blue marker above me. Now, depending on whether you're pro or amateur, this deals with your miscue. So basically, if you push that forward and you don't get it inside that blue, you'll miscue and it will affect your shot. If you go to amateur, the amount of room you've got for error is a lot wider, so you don't miscue all the time. But we're just going to try it now. So we're going to hold back on the analog stick and release. So what you can do is, once he takes his shot, you can hold down R2 and it will speed everything up. So if you don't want to just sit there feeling distraught, you can just hold down R2 as I'm doing now. Now, I have noticed a little bit of glitching, like the rest going through the pocket. Hopefully, we'll get. Hopefully, there'll be a little patch on that. But there are a few little glitches. He's doing really well, really well.
Position looks very good.
And again, hold R2, speeds it up.
Well.
The commentary,
lots of power on this shot.
I think long term, the commentary single player might get a little bit boring. Already they're repeating things and saying things in the wrong way, like, oh, that was great safety, when obviously it was a pot. So that might get sorted as well. I'm not saying it's buggy, I'm just saying there's a couple of little issues. I think the real fun with this game will be
close,
online.
Not quite close enough.
To see yourself moving up them ranks, I think would be just absolutely awesome. So up above me, you've got the marker, and it moves depending on where you are. and how you want the shot. I think that's about right. Look at them graphics there, though. It's very atmospheric. It does feel like watching a game of snooker. Like I say, I'm going to be streaming it, so don't forget to follow me on Twitch. But I'm going to be streaming it quite a lot. I think it'd be perfect for the way that I like to stream. Taking people on, it'd be fantastic. Yeah, I think that's fine there. I'm going to go 50% as well. Yeah.
He's lining this one up to the middle pocket.
Oh, nice. Let's do it.
He's playing the safety here.
I'm not. Oh yes, get in there. So I'm gonna go for the blue. 50%, yeah, that'll be fine.
Well, no surprises here with the long pot attempt.
Awesome. So I've set up a similar match using amateur mode rather than pro, and I think the difference is it's given us a bit more information about where the ball is going to go, but mainly that cue ball meter, the blue bar, is a bit more forgiving on amateur than it is on pro. So you might want to start on amateur, but we'll do a couple of shots and then I'll show you what it's like with no aids at all, with no help at all, and it is really, really hard. So I've just set this shot up, and even though we're on the balk cushion, that blue bar is still quite forgiving.
This is tough.
That's a good
nice shot. And the crowd go wild. Right, let's see what it's like with no aids at all. And straight away we can see the difference. The main difference is it's not giving me any indication on where the cue ball's going to go or where it's going to spin off to. We are really on our own here. So there's going to be a lot of looking down like this, really, really getting used to it. That could be quite interesting. Yeah, 43%. It's going to be hard. The graphics of the cue there aren't that good, but we're not looking at that. We are looking at that. So let's see whether on my first go we can get a pot.
He really doesn't want to overhit this.
Oh, nice. Oh, terrible position. Oh my dear, terrible position. Although the blue could be interesting. Could be. Let's have a look. So you really are getting, you're really relying on looking quite closely at the ball positioning rather than the aids. I suppose the aids, you are guided by them somewhat. Here, they're just not here, so you really have got to try your best to line the shot up. 49%. Let's go for the blue, top right-hand corner.
We know what a prolific long potter he is, so I'd assume he'd take this on.
Oh, that was close, but you can see it's quite difficult.
He's fortunate there.
So hopefully you've enjoyed this look around Snooker 19. Hopefully it's made your decision whether you're going to purchase or not a little bit easier. I think the game's fantastic. There's a commentary might get a little bit old very quickly. There's a few glitching problems which I'm sure they're going to sort out. Other than that, I absolutely love it. I think it's graphically one of the best representations of snooker so far. I think when we get online, it's just going to be so competitive. I would need to practice, and I will be making more updated videos as I get better. The game's not even out yet, so I just wanted to, I thought it was important just to show you around the game. But don't forget to follow me on Twitch, because that's where we're going to be playing this. Come and have a game of snooker with me. Leave me a comment in the section below. Let me know, are you going to buy this? What did you think of it? What I showed you in this video? And if you are going to buy it, what platform are you going to get it on? That is it, everyone. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next one.